Well, g'day guys, welcome to the channel. Today's repair is one that was dropped in yesterday from a customer. It's a Yamaha and it's a Carousel CD player. Model number CDC-755. Pretty nice looking unit this, so it should be a good repair. The customer told me the problem was the tray is not ejecting or something along those lines, but he wants it checked, fully serviced, and yeah, just everything checked out on it, make sure it's working okay. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, that's the machine in question. It's a Yamaha CDC-755. That's the front. We'll have a look around the back. It's pretty standard CD player. Voltage selector on the back there. 240 down to 120, 220, 110, and yeah, just the line out, optical out. That's all there is. Now, the symptom is the tray is not operating, so let's plug it in, see what happens. Power. Okay, we've got display up. I hope you can hear that. That's a motor. And if we press eject somewhere, yeah, I'd say we've got a broken belt or a, well, it's not a loose belt. I'd say it's definitely broken. So let's get the top off. Let's have a look. Okay, it's inside him. Now, I'm not 100% familiar with the where the loading belt is. This tray, okay. Tray comes out, and our loading mechanism is down in here, and I think we can see the problem down in here. I'll give us a closer look. Okay, so we've got a piece of a belt down in here that's gone all gooey and yucky and horrible. Okay, so we've got to work out how we get to this. There he is. There's not much to getting to him actually. There's our motor, our load motor. Here's our gear assembly, and we're just got to get this horrible, yucky, horrible belt out of here. There we go. And yeah, yeah, he's not real good. At least it's not going everywhere. It's not it's not melting rubber everywhere, which can be a real drama with these things. Okay, so we'll find a belt, and I'd say that's a standard 1.2 mil square. So we'll find a belt roughly the same size and see if we can fix that up. Okay, I have a 37 by 1.2. Seems to be around about the same size. We'll you can't see what I'm doing there. I'll try and get it so you can see what I'm doing. Put him over the motor and around the pulley there, and yeah, that's pretty good. It's not too tight. but he's certainly gripping. Okay, surely can't be that easy. It's about time I had an easy job, guys. there's been too many restorations and taken too long. Let's plug him in. Okay, now it's wanting to go out. Okay, so we'll put this fella back in. What happens here? Okay, something's happening. Just get this away a bit there. Let's see. Hey. Well, that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? And certainly going well. Very good. All right, that's that fixed. That was the main problem with the unit. No doubt we'll have to run this and make sure everything is okay. But now what I want to do is take the tray out, and there's a little sensor here which we'll clean. I'll unplug him actually, and we'll clean the sled down here. Make sure the grease looks a little bit hard on the laser sled. Now I'm going to take this off. I'll just bring this in a bit closer here. There you go. I'm going to take our top off this, and we're going to check in here. This has got lots of small hair fragments or something like that, but we'll clean up these. As you can see it there, you mightn't be able to see it. This is on the laser assembly itself, but yeah, if that hair fragments gets in amongst the teeth of the gears, there'll be a problem. So I'll lift this off just so we can get to it, that's all. A little bit easier. Okay, and we'll have a closer inspection here. Yeah, our little gears, they certainly need cleaning up. Spin motor appears all okay, but we'll check the operation of it. But yeah, for the moment, I'm going to get some just some isopropyl alcohol and just clean up this rubbish off this. Try and get all that rubbish off there. And the same off the bottom one here. Otherwise, this will end up jamming the gears, and of course you can't select tracks on your CD, or it intermittently jams or skips. And there's lots of things that can go wrong here. Okay, there's lots of rubbish there. Okay, clean the whole deck up a little bit there. And the sled assembly itself, well, yeah, we want to clean them up and just put a little bit more light grease on there, because the grease is actually quite hard that's on there. Been on there for a while, I guess, since the 80s, maybe 90s. I'd say 80s. I'm not real sure how old this machine is. It could be 90s. I haven't looked up any specs or anything on this. This is just a general service and repair. We certainly don't want any hair left inside here. Now, what I'm going to do with the teeth of the gear, especially the motor gear, is just get a little toothbrush and just make sure there's no foreign matter in between the teeth of the gear. It looks okay, but yeah, we'll do that anyway. Just want to remove any foreign matter between those teeth. There's a little bit of hair there. Right, I think he's running okay there. All looks good. Right, guys, the next thing is cleaning the laser. Now, the top of him is a little bit dirty, just on there. We'll clean the lens and then we'll clean the top. So, once again, with IPA, gently clean the lens. Clean the top of our little turntable. Right. Next thing we'll do is smear a little bit of grease along the sled. And once again, I use these fellas, Q-tips or cotton buds, whatever you want to call them, just to smear just a tiny amount of grease along there. Okay, we'll do that now. I'll probably do all this with one take, guys. There won't be much editing in this. There we go. Okay. And a real light grease along there. We don't have to put any grease or anything on our nylon gears. We don't have to worry about that. Being nylon. And run him along. And yeah, looks good. Okay, the deck seems to be good. The rubbers are good. There's good suspension there. Everything is right. Now, other things like loading motor. Plenty of grease there, that's our carousel motor. Now, okay. He's got a rubber loading belt on him, and it wouldn't be long before this gives a problem. It's going soft, it's in that shape, so I'm going to replace that belt as well. That's your actual carousel motor. Turns this gear, which turns your carousel. Okay, so this being a 5-disc unit. All right, I'll find another belt and put that on. Okay, so this belt is a 22 by 1.4. I think he fits okay. Yeah, he's quite good. Sorry, it's a 22 by 1.2 mil, not 1.4. Yeah, that's good. That's just a point of failure that will happen, that would have happened in the future. This fellow would have got soft and wouldn't turn the carousel. Once we do these units, we don't need them back. Okay, let's put our top back on. The joys of a magnetic screwdriver. Okay. Right. Okay, what's next, guys? This little fella here is, he looks okay. There's no dust or dirt or anything like that on it, which is our sensor, the counter sensor as the carousel goes around, so that the machine knows where it's up to. As I've said, I don't go into, I'm not going into technical details of how it all works. That's just an explanation of what that thing is. Everything else looks pretty good, really. Yeah, I'll just move yours away a little bit. And if we have a look here, capacitors, well, always a problem. We have a backup cap here, which is a 22 microfarad 5-volt cap, mostly for memory backup, so forth. It looks good. There's nothing else in here that looks like any problems. There was no other problems evident, apparently. Caps look good in the power supply. Regulator there, nothing's been hot or anything like that. So I'll just push this carriage back in. And on this side, I have to push him back out. On this side, well, yeah, there's nothing there that can give any problems. There's no caps on the actual power supply or anything itself. And I think you missed some of that because the camera was facing down. Okay, we'll put him in. We'll plug him in, put a CD in, see if it plays. And check itself. Okay. And that turns freely. Okay, so time for a CD. That looks good. Better get his back from there a little bit. So I'll grab a CD. We'll put a bit of Billy Ray on in here. Certainly won't put it on for long on YouTube. And a bit of Steve Miller. Let's only do 2 and 3. Okay. I'm guessing the selection would also be on the remote. So, disc number 3. And there we go. And looks to be... And we'll probably do enough of that. All is working okay there. If I can get my camera to sit still. That's all working. Disc number 4. Okay, disc 4. This one has not track. It was disc number 2, wasn't it? Okay, disc 2. There we go. And it's on disc 2. And that's working okay. Well, and that's quite good. And we'll skip to the next one. Just make sure, and just make sure we'll just go through them. And that's okay. Yeah, we'd like to play some of this. Okay. Track 9, track 10, and track 11. Track 12, track 14, 15, 16. How many tracks on this CD? That's going 17, and 18, and 19, and that's it. Okay. It's pretty good. And eject, well, open, and there we go. There we go. All working nicely. Now, if we push that, yes, he does go in as well as our button. Now, another thing I'll check, I'll just get some headphones, just make sure our headphone jack is working as well. And yeah, believe it or not, I've found an easy job. It's not an hour video. Okay, well, let's get some cans and see what it sounds like. Well, yeah, I better get back to you. $1 million. Yeah, it's great with the headphones on because YouTube can't hear it, but neither can you. Okay, she's a wrap. Let's put it together, and yeah, I hope some of you have learnt something from servicing one of these. If you're a home user or whatever. But anyway, that's what goes wrong. It's handy to have the belts. Belts are readily available from any good electronic stores or suppliers. West Components in Australia, they're no trouble at all for any belts or anything, motors, everything for these. Okay, well, let's get him back together. Well, guys, that's it for this one. Nice, quick and easy repair there, and it's under an hour for me. I think it's a record. There we go. 2 of those. 2 belts and a general service clean up this thing will go for years and years. They're such a nice unit. Yamaha, and as I said, CDC-755. Okay, lovely units. All right, guys, until the next video, when the next repair comes up, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to follow me, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.